Chat. What up, chat? They staying patient. They staying patient.
We appreciate
it. What up? Yeah, we appreciate y'all being patient today, man. Elena would never. Hazel Marie. Oh, we got the trollers in here. The trollers are here. They're here to talk. They're here to talk trash. We got strong opinions in the chat already.
What they would never. What Elena never make them waiting. Make them wait.
What up, though? All right, man. I gotta introduce these two gentlemen, man. They came through and blessed the chat. We had a good time yesterday, man. I mean, I did. I don't know about them, but I did.
Oh, it was definitely cool, man.
Man, you was wilding out, bro. I got home after I was where was I at yesterday? I took my daughter to Dave and Buster's and got to the house. I was like, I'm gonna have some drinks and get in the pool because it was hot. So I got out there, bro, and kept your reaction going the whole time. Man, I have to I'd take a little break and like swim off for a minute. I hear you yelling about something. I'll be like, let me go pop back over here and see what he's talking about, bro. That shit was an awesome end to the day. We enjoyed
it. That's what's up, man. Great. I was hollering in there quite a bit.
That's how I found out about it. I think you was on open mic. That's why I caught it. He's like, bro, this motherfucker is on YouTube losing his shit right now over here on open mic.
Yeah.
There's a whole lot of this.
He was going like this. Another rhyme. And that rhymes. That rhymes with that rhyme. And this rhyme and that rhyme. I was like, man, I like this.
I like the way you do business.
That's the way you do business. Hey, we try to keep it entertaining, but we try to educate these folks too, man. Yeah, we got to highlight what's going on out here, man.
You know what?
Everybody knows. It's not appreciated.
My bad. I don't mean to cut you off.
No, you good.
Remembering what you were saying the other day, you did say something too, and I actually brought this up to Target today too. Talking, it was probably because what you said. You were talking about a pocket I had on a lesson learned, and that's been it's either been one or the other. People's really liked it, or people's been like, that ain't for me. But you were the only person I think that I've heard say the words he's saying right here with the way he's delivering them gives that a different kind of impact because it's a chaotic type of pocket like you're losing.
Yes.
You're the only one that kind of dissected that and picked that out. Everybody else was just kind of like, the pocket's kind of wild, but it's designed to be that way because it's like a person on edge.
You wasn't rapping like ending your rhymes on the downbeat. You were like rhyming it like a quarter way in on the following bar, but it was still in a pocket of its own. You know what I mean? That I know I wouldn't have thought of doing that. I tried to tell him that today. I was like, that was wild.
Yeah. I was gonna ask you. My question was to that song. I'm glad you brought that up because I was gonna ask Target like, how'd you feel when he started rapping like that? Because a lot of people don't do that, and it's somewhat of a risky behavior. But you know what it is? I think it's important to do things like that to take those get a little risky with the flow because first of all, it's creative, right? Obviously, but more than that, it becomes a point where you get to really push your pen a little more. But I was wondering, like, because Target, he riding the beat, he coasted, coasted on the beat, and Silverman came through and did like almost like a stand-up poetry on the beat. Like he didn't even respect the beat anymore. He was just like, I'm just gonna talk on this one.
I'll tell you something. I never even told him.
I really liked it though because
I never even said this to Dusty. That album happened fast. I think we recorded all the tracks in like 7 days.
I heard
videos in 3 days. In my head, when he rapped the verse, like he was at work, called me. He's like, check out what I got, and he rapped it. Like
rapped normal,
and then he sent it to me. And he's like, I kind of did a weird pocket. When I heard it, I was like, oh. In my head, I go, we'll just redo it when he gets down here. And we just got caught up in the mix of doing the videos. I was like, no, fuck that, man. Like, that is what it is. Because like he's one of those artists that like you've done music with people before. You ever have an artist where you're like, man, I don't want him to fuck this song up, or is he gonna live up? He's one of those artists that like I'll send something to it, and even if it's off the wall and crazy, it's still gonna be good. And that's not just because he's my homeboy. I'm saying that he's just a good writer. I've known him for fucking 12 years now, and he could write. But that one right there, I was like, yeah, we'll just have him redo it. But we got so caught up in the videos, I was like, fuck, we're shooting the video. I was like, ain't no redoing that shit now. That's the way it is.
I'm glad you noticed it though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Right away.
Yeah. we work together so much to where like whenever the other one doesn't have a reaction, that's the reaction. You know
That
what I
is
mean?
the reaction.
And we know that. When I sent him that, I was like,
He hit you back. He hit you back.
What's it gonna be like? You know, and he did. We talked about it, but he was more like talking like, yeah, I got
Okay, rappers, anyone rapping in the chat. If you play a song for your homeboy, this goes for all rappers.
Yeah.
His first response when it's done and goes, "Man, that beat's hard. Your song sucks.
Oh no.
Your song sucks."
Yo,
that says,
feelings
that
hurt.
hard.
Feelings are hurt.
And then I'll go a step further. If he goes, "Man, that kick drum's crazy. The beat in the song sucks." Okay.
Kick drums.
Yeah.
Yo, when you get that kick, what's that? What's that sample from? Oh nah, this man disrespecting
That
me
shit's
right
crazy. What is that? A tom? You just down pitched it to make it sound like a kick? Crazy.
Yo, highlight that producer for me. I'm trying to get in touch. Wow. Nah, but I'm glad you said that though. I'm glad you pointed that out because honestly, my first interpretation of it was a little off, right? But then when I really started peeling it back, it came to a point where like, and I don't feel like a lot of artists do this. It's kind of like what I said in the video. What I kind of said in the video has something to do more with we always write the lyrics to ride the beat, to match the beat. We want the delivery to match the beat, as opposed to what you did, where your words match the delivery. I really thought that was dope, man. You was kind of like behind the snare or whatever, and I kind of felt like you couldn't have spit that no other way. It wouldn't have hit the same way, dog. It wouldn't have hit the same way.
It's not really the most complicated verse on paper, but it's like give it that style of delivery, like
it's creative though.
And be begging, for a way out of your own mind type of deal, which is what it was. And by the way, that production and that hook, I think on that song in particular is the best on the album to me, in my opinion. I think Target, Target's production on this is some of the best he's ever done.
So I'm just learning that he's the main producer behind this. I'm just learning this.
And
I just as of recently, like I've been doing my own shit for about 2.5 years, but I just started producing stuff for like I'm not like a normal producer where I like make beats and I'm like, hey, you guys want to buy beats? I like make beats for my friends and me.
Right.
And that's where it ends.
Yeah, I like that.
Wise country rap tunes, lesson learned. Gold, I think the beat on Gold and Steven Rogers, all 4 of those tracks.
I didn't make Steven Rogers.
Steven Rogers? I was about to ask.
I didn't make Steven Rogers. I didn't make Steven Rogers, Sun Goes Down, and Open Mic.
Well, Steven Rogers is the best beat on the album.
Fuck you. It low-key is crazy, though. That beat's crazy.
That beat is crazy.
I think he just set that up though. He was swinging for that one actually. That shit landed too. He set that one up. He said, "Oh, you ain't make Steven Rogers."
I really didn't know, dog. I really didn't. Yo, like 2 weeks ago, I came down there to do a verse or to just hang out, and we was doing. Target sent me a track on the way down. The track changed. Somebody else was gonna use the track. So then I didn't have the verse. So then when I got there, Target's got a new track. The one he sent me was like 95 BPM, right?
Yeah, and the new one's like 146.
He's like, we got a new he's like, we got a new song. And I was like, all right, word, y'all did the same hook. He's like, nah, we did a different hook too. Listen, this is it. So he played it. So I was like over there trying to force the beat to it or the verse to it. And I started adding words and shit. So then,
you better add more words.
So then we went to leave, or I was getting ready to go. I was going to try to record that, and it wasn't coming out right. And I was like, I'm just going to stop recording it. And then he was like, nah, we'll just go ahead and record it over the original beat. So then we switched back to the 95 BPM.
You got to take words out.
Bro, I did like 2 takes of it, and I sat my phone down. And I looked at it. I was like,
I'm going home.
Have a good weekend, dog. I'm gone. I shook everybody's hand. Left and went to the house, but it's I was saying all that. My bad, go. I was saying all that to be like, when I got back, they had the song in my email, and I was finally like, all right, look, is this the beat that we're really doing this song?
I need confirmation.
Best
Playing
part,
games with
he did the verse, made it fit, and we asked him to take it off and do a new verse because it did not fit. It was, bro. He goes like this. What'd you think of? He goes, no, hey man, Dirty said it was like too crazy, and that I needed to do another verse. I was like, yeah, it was a lot. He's like, fuck you, I gotta do it. But the verse, in his defense, the verse the original beat he wrote it to, he has probably one of the craziest 4-bar setups. It's crazy, but it just didn't belong on the other one.
It's in the new verse. I got the new edited verse done. I got it halfway done. It's still gonna be there.
I feel like we're in the Marvel Cinematic
Universe. Man. That's foul. They said, matter of fact, just take the whole verse off.
Bro, then when I got it done, I thought,
what up, Domo Crowny?
I sent it to him, and Dirty was like, yeah, bro, it just kind of feels like you forced a lot in there. And I asked Target, I was like, bro, how Dirty said it seemed forced. He's like,
yeah, it do seem like a lot.
Then, hey, that beat's fire though.
Yo, that BPM increase was fire.
That kick was crazy.
Yo, what's good, everybody? We got some people in the chat now. They finally pulled up. We got Domo in the chat. What up, homie? Jorge, Mods in the house. Heather, what's up, girl? Tracy, Crowny Gambino up in here. What up, dog? You've been flaunting that win all since yesterday, bro. He said I came out with the best feature. The people spoke. People's chat.
Hey, bro, he sent me a picture of that on one of these messengers or something. He sent a picture of it in there, and he had a comment where he was like, who said this? Because I want to let you know I appreciate you. Somebody commented and wrote, Crowny had the best verse on this song. And I wrote him back and said, ain't no fucking body say that, Crowny. That's a bot reaction.
Hey, he was in my DMs like, hey, bro, appreciate that. Yeah, that's a fact. I knew I had the best verse. He was talking crazy in the chat. I was like, oh, shit. I'm capping. He was humble. He was humble.
If you're on the next album.
Yeah, man. Hey, what's good, everybody? What's going on, man? Appreciate y'all for pulling up today, man. You already know what we do over here, man. We get flowers, or we can still smell it, man. Today's special though, man. We was kind of chit-chatting without y'all for a second, but we're just trying to get well informed with each other. That's all that's about. Let the feels flow naturally, man. We ain't here to read a script or none. We just here to have some fun, have a conversation. It's not really an interview. It's more about, three fellas kind of getting to know each other. I mean, they're good friends, but I'm really trying to get to know them, where they from, and the upbringing and all that. Not so much of whatever the typical conversations they have. I know y'all been on a live spree recently, is what I've been told. Y'all been doing a lot of live, so we're gonna try to have a little fun with this. We're gonna do a couple of different things and have some Q&A stuff like that. Like get the people involved. You know what I'm saying? Okay. And maybe they can learn something. They swear they know y'all up and down, but maybe they can learn something new today. But yeah, man, we got Simple Man and Hard Target today, man. How y'all fellas doing today? Even though we've been chit-chatting, but how y'all doing though?
Good, man. I got fucking tattooed all day, so I'm fucking
new tat.
Hurt my fucking body. Well, my leg's sore.
Oh, okay. Crow Reactions, what up, girl? What up with you, Sam?
I'm good, dog. My little girl had her 7th birthday yesterday, so we did. Dog. It's just cool to watching the kids grow up. It's one of the greatest in the world, bro. It really is, man. And it's like,
you got kids?
Yeah, I got one daughter, man. And from 1 to 2.5, it's a whole different beast. Like,
yeah.
You're still a baby at 1, 2.5. And my daughter look like she's 4. Like, she big as hell already. So it is a beautiful thing watching them grow, man. Yeah, I'm trying to pay attention. You from 1 month to the other, you missing things, and she's saying new things. Because my wife, she's real in tune with her, so she really like teaching her things all the time. So like I kind of miss those things. You feel me? So I pull up. I start paying attention 1 week later. She learning new words. I'm like, who taught her that? How she go from thank you, daddy, to thanks, dad? I'm like, oh, you're not 12. Like, calm down. What you mean, thanks?
Yeah. My sons don't want to call me daddy no more. Especially my oldest. He's 10. He's like, I'm like, what'd you call me? He said, Dad. I was like, Dad, what? He goes, I was like, you don't want to call me that? No, I'm 10.
Yeah, you gotta accept it, man. You gotta accept it. The boys, they're gonna come to that even faster. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Growing into their manhood and all that. Elena in the chat.
What up,
Shout out Atlanta, man. She's a rider.
She definitely is, man.
I wanna say this, bro. Somebody said something. It might have been you again, dog. I might be.
Bro,
I
my
just
bad.
watched stuff yesterday. So
My bad. I be talking a lot. What I say?
I think you say some real shit that people need to hear though too. You was like, everybody's. I think you said something along the lines of everybody's worrying about getting a bigger audience and getting a bigger online following. Like,
Yeah,
for the people you got right now, do things.
Yeah.
For them, show them appreciation.
focus on who's in front of you. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's really true, man, because like I feel like we have some of the best people on YouTube right now. I don't want to start naming names because there is a lot. I'll say there's about a good 30 or 40 that I see consistently every that to me is awesome for them to take the time out of their day to go find all these other channels that have our stuff on there. They have to be searching stuff. You know what I'm saying? They're
working hard. They working hard. And you got to understand that they are operating off love, dog. They're not operating off no type of monetary gain. There's nothing that this type of loyalty you can't pay for, dog. Because if you pay for it, then you know it's behind the dollar.
Bro, not only that, they're investing their own money into other channels.
Yes.
Stuff reviewed. That's insanely humble.
That's how you guys were entertained. You were introduced to us, right?
Mm-hmm.
Go. Am I wrong?
Yeah,
I was introduced from y'all by Carissa and Elena.
They like paid dono. They did a dono.
Yo, they had a bidding war on y'all. It was y'all versus Tom fans versus NF fans. It was crazy, and I was like, "Yo, whoever
won,
y'all won."
Shout out to Chris and Elena.
Yeah, that was
happy birthdays in the chat.
Yeah, Samantha Greenfield came in last minute and dropped a bag. She said, "You know what? I'm about to end this whole chat." Bow, bow. It got up to $300 and something, bro. And the crazy thing is, let me tell you the crazy thing is, I'm telling them, y'all need to stop. I'm gonna do both songs. They was like, do mine first. Wow.
Oh my God.
I didn't even I started to feel weird about it because that's never happened on my channel. I started to feel like, hey, I don't be, you know what I'm saying? Because the money coming in, I'm just like, yo, y'all don't got to do this, man. Like, all right, I really wanted it to end because it's starting to make me feel a little weird. It's never happened on my channel before. So it started to make me feel a little weird. Like, I don't never want anything to feel like a money grab. I try to just have a good time. And, whoever donates, donate. It is what it is. But, like, they was going hard, man. They was going hard. I'm telling you, bro. They just came through and just ended the chat. Ended the debate. I was like, all right, I'm ending it after the next put-in. That's it. But
what
it
song
was lit,
was it?
man. It was I don't know, I can't even tell you. We did so many of y'all songs. So I got like reactions backed up on y'all. I got like at least 7.
Damn.
Yeah, so I gotta drop those, but listen, I'm like, I'm working full time, man. I'm busting in 70 hours a week at my job. So like I barely get time. I need to try to spend time with the family. Like there's a lot going on over here, but eventually we can make it to a circuit where I'm doing this all day, full time. That's the plan, that's the goal. And I figured, shoot, if I'm giving my job 70 hours a week, if I was giving this thing 70 hours a week, I'd be really up right now. And you know what I'm saying? I could be home. You feel me?
Yeah.
But
let's get some donos in the chat. Let's get him to quit his job, y'all.
Yes, sir.
Hey, it's crazy. I wasn't gonna say anything about this, but both of them hit me up and told me in the message. They said, "Hey, make sure Goatworthy does only Simple Man videos to react to. Target, he's got plenty of subscribers and stuff. We just did all this for you.
This checks out
for me to let them everybody down for that. So congratulations."
Yo, Elena said country rap tunes is timestamp. They be grabbing my lives and timestamping them and be reminding me. Just I want you to know you haven't dropped this one yet.
Bro, we've had I know we both had before this whole like debacle. Like we've got videos with millions of views. We've toured nationally. We've done a ton of shit. But like that, it goes without saying. I know I sound like a fucking cupcake when I do this. This shit is awesome. When you see a group of people that are like you said, they have nothing to gain off this. There's no part where like it's like we blow up and their bank account fills up or their house gets bigger or their car gets faster. These guys are helping us just based off liking our music. And that's fucking, it's humbling. And
it's crazy,
man,
right?
I cannot say.
It's crazy how proud they want to be with y'all. They just want to be more proud. They want everybody to experience what they experience. I mean, that's deep, right? That's deep rooted love right there, dog. Like they really.
I
And the funny thing is,
appreciate
a lot of them just got put onto y'all.
Yeah,
One of the
all it
more
took is
loyal ones. I'm not gonna say
beating
names.
up a drug addict. I'm just joking. He's my best friend.
Hey, he's our greatest promoter ever, bro.
I'm not gonna lie. He's the gift that keeps on giving.
Never. He's the everlasting.
Literally.
Hey, real quick. I feel like y'all represent like grit. Y'all definitely represent like gritty music. Like I'm not gonna say y'all don't. A little, streets as well as I would say just organic hip hop, like kind of that late 90s, early 2000s. I won't go too far into the early 90s. I would say it's more of a early 2000s, late 90s, because that's when rappers started to get real skillful. Like, we can't front. The message might have started getting watered down, but the skill level started to step up. You know what I'm saying? Like that 98 to like 2002. That's my favorite pocket right there. Just
bro, yeah, fabulous.
Still real, but they nice still. They still nice.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we were still able to get like the happy dancing rap. We were still getting that, and it was all balanced well. You know what I mean? It was balanced well. Like we even had dudes that were lyrical, but like Nelly, he was lyrical but fun. You know what I'm saying? He still made that. Luda, like when it was coming in.
Bro, Country Grammar was incredible.
Country Grammar, yo, dog, that
crazy album.
What I like about that, the record, anyways, is like I remember hearing Nelly talking in an interview about how the real lyrics to the song, because the label made him make it like boom boom baby yo street, but he said I'm going down baby yo street in the range with the sweeper baby cock ready to let it go. They say yo for the video let's switch up the lyrics and just put a little boom boom bow in there, like don't get through.
But that made that record though even bigger though, like just that random fucking sound. He's like Big T battle rap, bro.
Big T. Shout out Big T. Big T's a beast, man. Big T's a beast. So y'all watch a lot of battle rap?
I do. It's been a minute since I've watched it, but I was there was a point in time where that's all I did is watch battle rap.
I think everybody had that. Like,
I'm just now getting back into it. Like, what do they got? New Jersey Twerk's like one of the main guys and shit like that.
Beast.
But I think around the time like when I was watching it, you still had your Hitman Hollows that were like what is your boy's name? Hollow Diddle.
He's been my favorite battle rapper.
Hollow the Don.
He got bodied by Math Hoffa though.
I never
got
Math Hoffa. And Math Hoffa is not one of those ones I'm like, he bodies people. Math Hoffa wanted blood.
It was the matchup. The matchup was just perfect for Math Hoffa to capitalize on.
He wanted that, bro. He went crazy in that. But it's been a minute since I got into it.
I'll tell you who's one of the most underrated to me. I've always thought, now I've heard him come with some bullshit once or twice, but I've always thought Serious Jones was highly underrated.
He was, bro. Back in the day, I mean, I still say to this day he beat Murder Mook. I still say to this day he beat Murder Mook in that battle.
I can't remember. Is that one of the old ones from like Fight Club?
Yeah.
I remember it.
That's way old.
Yeah, I don't know, Hard Talk. I don't know if you've been noticing on some of the reactions. I don't know if I said it during that live, but I had mentioned in one of I forgot what song it was, but I was like, yo, this man spit, because I kept calling you the hook guy, and I was like, yo, this man spitting battle bars. He's getting mad physical, like he want to fight somebody. Like, yo, we don't promote violence on this side, but dog, it's not like battle bars. you was doing some flips, connects, and I was like, yo, and you was acting out your bars. I was like, get this man on the stage, dog.
When you go back and you look into his history, there's people online that know it, that were there around that time when Target was battle rapping online and was making a name for itself. People know. There's still people that know.
You was doing that.
You'll catch.
I'm still cool with like I'm on. Real Deal is Pittsburgh.
Nah.
Real Deal. Yeah, he just battled New Jersey Twerk a week ago.
Okay,
but I'm on his new album. This is old school, like Grind Time and shit like that.
Grind Time.
Madness. I don't know. He was mad funny. Madness. He was in that movie that James Caan did, the battle movie.
Yeah. I know
Madness. That's a good friend. He's from down here where we're at. Like the Grind Time now, when it went to written format, was started. Damn, I'm fucked up. It was started down here. It was called Lounge Battles. Matt Ilst ended up linking up with a guy named Direct out of Atlanta, and they made Grind Time Now. But the original written format before it went from like we meet up in the park, you spit your best written, I spit my best written, and see how long we go until someone taps out. It was like you're battling so and so next week. It became the written format that started in Florida and then moved to King of the Dot, not King of the Dot, but up in, I forget, it was like Nova Scotia. Pat Stay and his people were
I mean, that was King of the Dot was in Canada. I mean, that's where it was at. That's where Nova Scotia.
But it was before King of the Dot even happened.
Before that? Oh, okay.
It was there was a written battle league, I believe, in Nova Scotia that Pat Stay was involved with. Don't quote me on that. I might be wrong.
All right, Pat Stay.
But a lot of that shit, like when that was first happening, like I didn't do this shit. I'd have got fucking bodied back then. But I was all those were like my homeboys and shit, like Manifest Destiny. High Clyde was a rapper that was always in like the local battles around us. That's why I just always watch this shit.
So a lot of the times what influenced you early on, it's gonna come out every once in a while when you get in your creative bag. You're trying to think of some punchlines or whatever the case may be. The energy is gonna come across that way. Because through the screen, I kept saying, I might have said it like 3 times already, like on different occasions, like. Yeah, he sounded like he sounded like he used to battle rap back in the day, or he came up battle rapping like just because you're a lyricist, it don't give you that feel. Not just because you're nice don't mean you can battle, you know what I'm saying? So
no, not at all. When I say battle rap, I don't think I'm like a battle rapper by any means. Right. It's just the people I'm rapping against are not at all. So it's just it's the contrast. Like I would get bodied by like the normal fucker.
Yeah, like the average battle rapper. The average battle rapper is nice though, so it's like it's a competitive game.
Y'all got it. Y'all win.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be nowhere near that arena.
No,
personally, but yeah. Let me ask y'all something, man. As far as like y'all hooking up, because y'all music is new to me, but I would say like once I started listening to it, I think maybe 2 songs in, I was like, all right, man, y'all need to bring me more of this, or I'm just going to do it on my own time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because I need to get into this rabbit hole. You feel me? Because sometimes you start a rabbit hole, you get off it, and then you lose interest to get back in it, and you start to even forget. I do so many reactions that I forget what I reacted to. You know what I'm saying? That's easy to forget. So they just kept bringing it on, or they kept bringing it through. Shout out to Carissa. She pulled up. She just left the dono as well. So shout out to Carissa. She can't stay long, she said, but she about to get up out of here. But shout out to her. She was the very first person to put me on to y'all.
Carissa's a rider, man.
Yes, 100%.
We appreciate you, Carissa, very much.
So I was gonna ask was what was that moment? I feel like y'all record because y'all record together a lot, right? In the studio.
We meet up here and there.
Well, let's go back to the beginning. Y'all in the beginning, y'all used to.
We cut most.
He's still from Georgia.
Yeah, that's only. Yeah, me being up here was the only thing. But a lot of the first stuff we did, we wrote and kind of came up with together. Didn't we, Target?
Oh, yeah. With Wes, yeah. Like when we did like Fuck That, the Miley Cyrus, which is an awful fucking song. Someone said they were going to react to that. Don't do that. That song sucks. But, yeah, in the beginning, I met him. There's a producer friend of mine named
how'd y'all link up?
And he was in a group with him called Psychobilly Cadillac, greatest rap group name of all time. And he introduced me to him at a video shoot. And I heard like 1 or 2 of his songs. I was like, this motherfucker's nice. And then I remember about 6 months after we'd done some songs at this point, he called me up. And I was kind of at that point where I was like, man, this shit is stupid. I'm getting over it. You know what I mean? The music, whatever. And he was kind of going through his phase about to get out of that group. And he called up. He's like, man, I was thinking about it, man. You know, Phil is like, that was the other guy. And I was like, yeah, we should do a group album. He's like, yeah. We immediately knew what the fuck it was.
Just like that.
As I asked him the question, I was like, so I was thinking, man, do you want to do an album? And he was like, yes. I answered you before you got the question out. Yes. And man, it really did breathe life back into both of us, really trying to work on this shit. And you know, we made some noise for a little while there with the first few EPs we put out. I knew the Lax from years and years back. They're a country rap group out of Baxley, Georgia that is highly successful, man. They tour nationwide and they pack out places. Me and Target got on the road with them. Shout out to the Lax. They're the homies from the beginning of this shit, man. They cut their first demo in a studio I was pretty much living in Statesboro, Georgia, way back, man, early 2000s. And we've always known, you know, I've always kind of been doing my thing. They've been doing their thing. But around the time me and Target cut some shit, I was like, man, I think these dudes would love this, man. It's kind of right up their alley. So I ended up getting in touch with Clay. And anyway, fast forward, we hit the road and did some shows, did some mud parks. They took us under their wing pretty much and helped us out immensely, man. Forever grateful for Lax. Both of us are. They put us on big stages, things like that. They helped
for a
us
few
out
years in a row. These dudes took us out on the road, and when I say nationally, like we went around the United States probably about 3 or 4 times with the Lax, and they put us out in front of these crowds. Were paying us to be there, and like we were killing it on merch. We fucking killing each other on the road because it was crazy. Like and didn't want nothing. They wanted nothing in return. They literally just were like, here, boom, we have a bunch of fans. Everyone listen to Hard Target and Simple Man.
Wow,
and it fucking, man, that's when we were introduced to a country rap.
So
literally by the
Lax doing today?
They're still killing it, bro.
They got a new project out right now. They're constantly doing videos and touring. They have a very good, loyal fan base they built through the years. Those guys are the definition of went out and got it. That's why when I hear a lot of these country rappers talk about being OGs and how people need to respect them, and nah, bro, look, these guys right here wrote the book on this. They're going to get it every fucking week, every year. They go get it. They put the product out. They promote it. They show up and show the fans the new shit, and they do it year in, year out. So yeah, but that's
like 16, 17 years, about 16 years straight now. They've been touring.
Yeah.
So they do country rap.
Yeah.
Yes, they are like the epitome. Like when it comes to like the artists that kind of like started this genre, they were like one of the, like I would say one of the forefathers. Colt Ford, Moxon Creek, the Lax. Well, Lenny Cooper was around that time too. Yeah, Georgia Boys. Georgia Boys. D Thrash, which is technically just D Thrash. They're like and I learned all this afterwards. You know what I mean? Like it was like getting into hip hop. I didn't grow up on 36 Chambers, but I know it's a staple in hip hop. So I went back and listened to this shit. Same thing with once we were introduced to country rap, we went back and listened to all these people's shit. Moonshine Bandits, they're another one.
Yep. Jeff, I want to say this too. Jeff McCool on Traylormade, he's one of the beginning ones too that went out and opened the door for the mud park venues and things like that too. So a lot of these guys been doing it for a long time, man, and they did help to provide us a path to get our music heard. 100%.
Gotta respect that, man. That's just genuine love. It really went down like that. I mean, you can't ask for that. You can't ask for more than that, anyways.
I think one of the biggest things that helped us out, one of the biggest things that helped us out when we got introduced to the genre is we kept our hip hop mentality. Like where everyone else was trying out country, everybody was we're still just rapping. And I remember we had the old school, like you press up 5,000 inserts. We print up 1,000 CDs every couple of weeks. And go, every show we're like, yo, come to the merch table. We got a free CD for everyone in the crowd. And we hand this out to hundreds of people every show. And then by them coming to that merch table, they're fucking our merch table up. Shirts, hats, you name it. Because we gave away that free CD. Our shit, like, we went from being no one in the genre to someone like, I think we got on the, there's a compilation album called Mud Digger that Average Joe's put out. And this was, I think, Mud Digger 3 or 4. And I think we were in the genre touring with the Lax maybe 4 months, and we were on that and then being sold in Walmart.
Lax
like that quick because the Lax, 100% without a shadow of a doubt, because of the Lax.
Right.
So because y'all kept y'all that hip hop aura about y'all, is that why people be coming at y'all saying y'all ain't no real country rappers?
And it was that is, but a lot of that stems from, I'll be honest with you, a lot of that, I don't care if it sounds arrogant. A lot of that's just plain hate because you want to hate on somebody doing something you can't do. Say that, but I tell you what, like the real ones in the genre, the real ones in there, they don't care. They love what we do. They come up to us and like, bro, I like this shit. I like this song, man. I like what y'all doing. We're not anything that we're not trying to be anything. We're not. We're rappers.
Right.
I'm not trying to chop wood better than them.
Right.
I rap.
Yeah.
Look, I grew up in the country. I'm not a country rapper. I'm from the country. I'm not a country rapper. I rap. They hate on when these people are like, you guys are not real country rappers. You won. You got me. You got me exposed. But guess what? You suck.
And you know what? The real always gonna respect it though. The real always because it's not about really the content. It's about just respecting authenticity. That's really what it's about. That's why y'all got that love from like the authentic ones, like y'all say, right? Like that's what it's about. It's like they know y'all really ain't picking fans.
They don't give a fuck about that. Like these motherfuckers, if they fuck with the music, that's what they like. They're not trying to see who's got a taller truck. They just want good music. And I'm not saying we make the greatest music there is, but we give them music. We're not out here arguing with people online all day, making stories or doing drama. We rap. We put out music for them. They like it. Don't get mad at us. Get mad at the fans.
I don't even want to get. I got mad things running through my mind, but I don't feel like being dramatic. Causing drama, talking about certain people. But if it's some funny stuff going on, the thing is, I haven't reacted to a lot of the diss track that's been going on, only because I really wanted to listen to more of y'all actual music. I don't want to be like, you know what I'm saying. I want to see where the artistry's at. Do I respect the pen? Okay, let's get into the diss tracks because that's what I did with Buddy. Right? Y'all already know who I'm talking about. The first time I ever heard him was through the diss tracks that he had towards Adam. So that was my very first introduction, and I thought that was terrible. And I'm just like, wow, this is not good at all. So it made me less interested to get into his catalog. Had I did it backwards, I probably would have had a little more respect for it and would have been like, oh, okay, I see why he's rapping weird like this. He's kind of quirky. But my introduction was those two long diss tracks, and I was just like, I'm good on that. Like, I don't.
If you go back a couple of years, if you go back, I'll give you. People call us haters. Watch this, people. Watch this. You go back a couple of years. Check out his song YZ. Great song. Go YZ. Go check out his song Holla Boys. Great song. People have personal problems. Shit goes downhill. That's all it is. That shit. He come back from that. All he's got to do is get people around him and tell him that ain't it. You need a friend to be like, hey, that beat's fire. You need one of those friends to let you know when your shit is trash.
That kick is crazy.
But those were great records, man. It's just whatever's happening now. I don't know what that is.
Hey, you know what's crazy though? Hey, you know what's wild? I don't even know. Like, I'm gonna give you a genuine response because I didn't even know what was going on, and my first initiative was, man, this dude look like he need help. My first, I was just like, man, this dude like he need. I say he look like he need help. He look like he like got a lot of yes men around him, something like that. Like, who okayed this right here? Like, who said, yeah, you killing that right now? Like, or you just don't got. Maybe not the yes men. Just maybe you don't really got creative people who actually can save us how to not like you're not even
it's people just not saying that ain't it. That's it. That's all it is, man.
Yeah.
Because if you got someone putting a battery in your back every time you show them something, how you gonna know what's good or what's bad? Like they don't want the money to stop coming in. They don't want their opportunity or their meal ticket. You know what I mean? So they're gonna keep shoving that battery in your back and be like, "You're good, man. Go run out in traffic." You know what I mean?
And that's trash, man. That's ass, man. That sucks. Oh, what happened to Sim?
Whatchamacallit stole his Wi-Fi.
Now we ain't gonna crash him for his phone. He said, what y'all got going on? Y'all got some top-notch quality. He was angry about that phone, but that was before the live, so we ain't gonna put him on blast like that. But I did have a question about Traylormade, man, because I thought that was just y'all, but apparently it's Traylormade. Because once I saw Traylormade Records pop up in the chat, I was like, what's going on right now? Like, I was like, who's
Traylormade Records?
So it's an actual.
It started out with me and Simple Man and West Nile. We signed with the Lax, which was called Dirt Rock, and then I did a couple albums with them, and I did an album deal with Mako Music, which is Bravo, Gator, and Savannah. And about a year, I don't even think I did the album, and I think about 8 months into it, I ended up going, we're doing all this on our own. Like I write, mix, master, produce the graphics, and my partner Bredwin, which you see at the beginning of all our videos, he does the music videos, and me and him both are like, yo, let's just do our own label. There's no reason why we should be let's build our own shit up.
Yeah, I kind of started that. Like, it was between.
Yes.
Okay.
And me and Bredwin, once that happened, it was like a no-brainer. Like Simple Man, it was like Simple Man's going to be on Traylormade. Dirty's going to be on Traylormade. But originally it started out with our good friend Florida Dolph. He was the first artist. We were like, this guy nobody knows exists. Let's introduce him to our fans. Like, we don't have like a big old bank account to promote these artists. We don't have like this like game plan figured out where like this is how we roll shit out. It's as simple as this. We could write, record, mix, master, do whatever you want to get your music out to other people. We will put the same energy into your shit as you do, and you ain't got to pay nothing. All you got to do is just do it, and we'll do it. You know what I mean?
Pull up and put your best foot forward, man.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We ain't got it figured out. Look, we're still over here fucking trying to claw and scratch our way up to the top of our damn selves.
I mean, you got a nice following though.
I can't complain, man. Like, this has been my job for the past 20 years. I've had one normal 9 to 5 back in 2015 when I was in a group with Bucko right here. It was just a rough year, man. But other than that, I can't complain, man. Like, I'm very blessed, and I'm very thankful for the situation I've been put in.
What about you, Simple Man? As far as when they started creating the whole idea of Traylormade Records and all that, you was with it instantly, or was it more like, well, like, what's the plan? Like,
yeah, I mean, for me, I was there from me and Target and Breadwin and Juice were there, have been here probably the longest with everything. Am I forgetting anything, Target? With
Dirty. We knew Dirty right when we were coming up with the name. Dirty's like, you let me know the name, I'm riding.
Dirty also, yeah. So for me, it just meant a new branding of what we already had together. You know what I'm saying? It really is that simple for me because, like, no pun intended, but we were already, you know, working together. Breadwin has done. I don't know what's been said since I've been off here. My phone overheated. Shit was crazy.
I was just asking in the beginning of Traylormade Records because I was kind of I didn't realize that it was a group. I thought it was just y'all two.
Breadwin and Target have done most of the tangible or whatever you want to call it work for everyone for a very, very long time. Target does so much behind the scenes stuff, and almost every single visual that you've seen. What Damo say? What did he say?
Simple Man recording on a rock with an antenna attached.
Country rapper. He's a country rapper.
Pretty much.
That's some country rap shit. Go ahead, though. I'm
saying, like, they were already doing the work of what a label would be categorized as, you know what I'm saying? So it wasn't really much of a, I guess, a change as far as where I'm concerned. You know what I'm saying?
It was just pulling up and rapping now. You just felt like, all right, that's what we're doing. The legs, y'all got the legs going. Let's just rap then.
Yeah.
So it's at any point does it ever feel like it's getting like, because this is business, you know what I'm saying? So like at any point does the business ever get weird between the brotherhood, or is it so strong that it's like it's nothing? Like
it got weird the other day. I'm not going to say what it was, but the difference is this. We're friends before any of this shit happens. We're like, boom, 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 this sucks. He's like, yeah, boom, boom, this sucks. And he's like, boom, boom, this sucks. And we're like, okay, I see it from your point of view. Friends again. Or not even like it doesn't ever go there. We just say what the fuck's on our mind and move on. Also, the label is simple too. There isn't a single contract. Everything's LLC. Everything's S Corp. The whole nine. It's an actual functional label. Not one of these artists have a contract. If you wanted to leave Traylormade, like, I'll help you on your way out. You know what I mean? Like, there's no beef towards it. Shit, we have good friends of ours, the Sticks. They went to Outlaw Nation, and they had a better opportunity over there. Outlaw Nation is fucking killing the game. There wasn't a bone in our body where we're like, yo, that was fucked up. They left. No, go get paid. Whatever y'all can do to be successful, I'm over here in stands rooting for you. And that's the same thing with Traylormade. Y'all want, if anyone wanted to leave, they know they could leave, but there's no reason to, because what are we taking from you? We're the only ones losing anything. You know what I mean? We're putting in a shitload of work. Let's all lose together.
Right.
That's our mentality. Let's all lose together. Let's fucking put
Right.
hours and hours and hours into work. Put it out there for no one to give a fuck about it, and let's do it again tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly.
Yo, that's like fire. That's like fire.
I love making music.
Let's all lose together. That's a shirt. That's merch. Let's all lose together is merch.
Before we even put this project, that is true. That's a dope ass saying. Let's all lose. Hey,
patent pending.
Before we even put this project out,
hold on. His AI camera bugging out right now. Check him out.
Yeah. Because he did that shit. Yeah. Watch it. Oh, now it turns into Spider-Man.
Nah, but what you were saying? What you were saying? Sir?
I don't know what. Shit. Damn.
Well, he was just saying we will lose together, and it's really nothing.
Oh yeah. Before we put out this EP, I was talking to him, man, because, bro, look, I mean, people can say whatever they want, really. When you keep putting music out and hitting your head against the wall, doing reactions, doing videos, doing this, and you look at it and you're like, same result, but you want to climb higher. You want that. It is maddening, bro. It is maddening. You start getting to a point where you're like, look at him trying to get that shit to work.
It's fuck. It's got to do the thing. Is it doing it again?
Nah, you're good. You're good.
Field goal, paper football, field goal. So you get to a point to where you're like, what am I doing? Why continue? What am I doing? I mean, I love it, but it's tough. And I talked to him before this last album dropped. I was like, I don't know, pissed off from work or something one day. And I was like, bro, this shit, we put this out. I don't know what it's going to, I don't think it's going to do this or that. And I don't know, it ain't going to fucking matter. And he was like, yeah, bro. And guess what? You in a couple months, we do some more songs. You come down here, we shoot some more videos, and we do this shit. And it's just fucking keep doing
it.
Hey,
so he means what he just said.
Bro, I've done this. When whatchamacallit makes fun of me because I've been doing it for 20 years and I'm a failure. Gang. I've done this for 20 years. And I finally started seeing it like really pay. Like this is what I've done to pay my bills, but I hustled. In about 2018, I had a record go crazy. Shout out to Lex. I'm going to end up doing that thing with my finger and it's going to zoom in. So I'm going to just talk like this, like Donald Trump for the rest of the thing. And that record went crazy. And I've been able to like genuinely like, this is a fucking career. You know what I mean? But I've had to experience failure. Bro, we put out Lessons Learned. You like that record?
Yeah.
That song right there is performing the worst out of our whole album drop right now. I don't give a fuck at all.
I did my favorite records on the album. That was my second favorite song.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I had y'all was talking about lesson learned and stuff like that, but I didn't hear anybody mention anything about El Dorado. El Dorado is that should be out of here.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Bro, El Dorado
we argued over that. Argued over who got that was one of the ones like he's like, I want to put that on my channel. I was like, I want to put that on my channel. I love El Dorado.
I've noticed that some songs are on some channels, some songs. Well, are all songs on both channels or not?
They're connected.
All I did was go to
Simple
Man's channel and I played the whole album.
It's connected to the album. When you upload it to distribution, you add a main artist, so it automatically does a release.
You guys tag each other in it, so you're both
so
part of
the topic. We don't even got to tag it. It's automatically connected to distribution. So if you go to my albums, it'll have the Trailer Park Boys album, and it's the exact links that will match his. And that's not us setting that up. That's distribution doing that. They're just correlating the UPC codes.
Oh, okay. That's above my pay grade.
I sound so fucking smart. Oh my God.
Yeah, above my pay grade. And some man don't even know what's going on. He's like, I don't know what he's talking about. I just know.
When I do this shit with my fingers, my camera zooms in. If I'm done, go.
I know. But a minute ago,
I'm telling chat, so don't think I'm fucking crazy.
And the camera went straight up in the air,
bro. The camera went to the ceiling.
Shit's wild, B.
We saw all them bugs on the ceiling. I was like, damn.
I have ghosts in your house. It might be ghosts.
Yeah. I get it. I get where that's going.
Hey, I got a studio question, man. Yep. Who's the more stubborn one in the studio?
Target.
Me. Yeah, 100%. I'll sit there and do one line 40, 50 times.
I'm gonna do this. And ain't shitting on him. It's this though. I think sometimes he let me say how I'm gonna say it. He thinks someone understands what he's saying more than they really do. Now, I think a lot of times he does break it down for people and put it in things, but he'll be telling me some shit like, I can't sing, bro. So I'll sing how I think I hear the shit. And he'll be like, you need to, when you're doing this, right?
You're going sharp. It's like you're getting, when you go to whip that vibrato, you're going sharp. And he's like, what the fuck are you saying to me?
Be like, ha 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 wow. I'm bow bow bow.
And he's like, shut the fuck
up. He said you need a
put the fucking beat on, dog. I'm just gonna do. I'll finally we'll get to a point where I'll tell him, I'll be like, look, man, I'm just gonna fuck around with it. We'll see what we get.
He gets frustrated real quick, bro. Like when he said earlier, he's like, fuck this verse, I'm going home. And then just he does that in the studio. Yeah, fuck this shit. Fuck this shit. Dirty too. Dirty fucks up a couple of times. He's like, fuck this shit. Fuck this shit.
Hey, tell me about some of these artists, man. So Dirty, like, what's his style? You know what I'm saying? We're familiar with Gambino a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And Dolph as well. But so what's Dirty's role? Like, what he be getting into?
He's the negative hole on the label that hates everything and everything.
Yeah, he's Eeyore as fuck.
Eeyore.
Everything sucks today.
Dirty's incredibly talented. Me and Target talk about it all the time. I think earlier today we were talking and he said something about Dirty's songwriting ability is insane, bro. He's another one that's real versatile and bro, some of the singing falsetto shit. Tell him about that shit, Target.
The record we're putting out later this month, if it's the one I think he wants to put out first. I was making a beat a couple months ago. He came down to record some songs, and while he was writing, I was making a beat, and he started like humming shit in the background, just tooling around or whatever. I was like, "Oh, here!" And I threw the mic in front of him. I was like, "Do that," and I like sampled his voice. And then he was like the hook was like, she don't love me anymore. And he was hitting this crazy falsetto as a joke. And I was like, all right, cool. Put the mic, do it. And he's like, no, I'm not doing that. I was like, fucking do it. And he did it. And it's this incredible song when we're like, you hear the hook, you're like, that guy did it. And you look at him, you're like, this guy looks like a fucking Viking. Like, why is he singing in falsetto and shit? I will say this: Dirty is probably one of the best songwriters I know. It's just he is so like down on himself. He's like, "This sucks." I'm like, "The fuck are you talking about? This is gold."
And I'm like, "Bro, fucking incredible," and he'll be mad about. But if you want to hear, like, he's probably the artist closest to sounding like Tom Petty of anybody I ever heard when he did that Whiskey. He did a song
Whiskey Lives Crazy,
with Corey Spires, and I ain't heard anybody get close to like a Tom Petty vibe like that, man. Tom Petty, I think, incredible artist and musician, and
so you got Dirty.
Okay.
What about Gambino? I mean, I know we heard a little bit of him, but what like I just want to get familiar with the clip.
Gambino. You know? I remember we got our DJ Cap One was friends with him originally, and he kept bringing him around. He's like, "Yo, my dog spits, man. Y'all gotta check him out." And I was like, "Yeah, he sucks." And like that, I was just a dick, though. He didn't suck, but I was like, I don't give a fuck about that. Like, Traylormade, like, I think everyone's talented, and but Traylormade first and foremost, we're like locked in. Like we're like before me and Breadwin run the label, but there don't 8 artists come on the label if not everyone is like, yeah, that makes sense. Because we're all like friends, you know what I mean?
Right.
And I remember Crowny just kept coming around for I want to say about a year and a half. We'd go do video shoots. He'd show up. He'd be like, yo, I'll hold some lights and shit like that. We'd be recording. He'd pull up and just sit in the background. Wouldn't ask to get on nothing. And I remember, I don't even know when it started, but it was like, rap right to a verse to this. And he's like, oh, yeah, I got you. And like wrote it, and you could tell he was like mad nervous. And then like over time, man, in my opinion, if I was to say there's one artist that could get famous like on a big level, like outside of like this bubble we're in, it's him. He's
Really?
got everything. He's got the voice, got the look, he's got the fucking personality. You know, when you got people that make incredible good music, then you meet them, you're like, you're fucking weird. You know what I mean? Like they don't have it. Crowny's got it. He's a fucking complete jackass, funny, hilarious motherfucker. He's a people's person.
Get around that dude. You know, I've never had a bad time around Crowny. Even if he's in a bad mood, he gets out of it. And I'm constantly, I don't know if we've said a serious thing to each other in the past fucking 2 years when we talk. We're always assholes, but in a good way, man. I love that dude like a brother. He's awesome. And Target's exactly right. I do remember when the Crowny thing, when I actually was sold on co-signing Crowny, was when Cap took him to Leadfoot City for the donut shoot, I think it was, Target.
Yeah.
And we were out behind the car there in the parking lot, and he rapped this verse for me. I don't remember what bar he had in it, but he had one bar that I was like, oh my God, that was a disgusting punchline, bro. I wonder if he'll remember it. I'm going to ask him next time.
He never used to, none of them rap to me. None of them do that. They all go to Simple Man or Breadwin. I'm like the evil.
Why is that? Why is that?
Because I'm brutally honest.
Because that kick slapping, that's what.
And I'm just like, that ain't it, cuz that ain't it.
That beat hard.
Yeah. No, we skip cordials. We go right to the point. This ain't good. This can't come out. Like, if you like it, that's cool. Keep it on your phone.
No, I gotta put my boss cap on this one. This could not be released.
Yeah.
I've seen so many people through the years. When they meet that dude, they don't know how to take him, bro. Because it's like, no, Target. They don't know how to take, because he's brutally honest. He's honest to a fault. But then when he's drinking, then he's like asshole honest. You know what I mean? Like.
How about when something's good? Does he compliment well or what?
Yeah.
When he's drinking, he does. But when he's drinking, then it goes from that song's not good to, hey,
your life's not good.
He put in an application at Walmart or something. Like, maybe don't make music again ever. Probably.
I'm not that bad. I should have definitely been punched a lot more in my life.
He didn't get punched in his face enough.
Yeah, man, 100%. I've been told stories the next day where I'm like, they didn't punch me. Like, that's crazy. Y'all are wild. Y'all should punch me.
I deserve that. Oh man. So we got Gambino, we got Dirty. Dolph. What up with Dolph? What up with Florida Dolph?
Dolph is Dolph is like I know Crowny, Dirty's more of a songwriter, but he could rap his ass off. Crowny, rapper, can make great songs. Dolph is a fucking party in a bottle. Dolph ain't trying to be punchline, none of that shit. I remember sometimes sitting in the studio like, why don't you say this word instead? And him like, man, I don't know how to fucking spell that shit. And just keep writing this shit. Like, Dolph don't care. Dolph's like, he's like, look, bro, I look good. I get bitches. I'm going to turn the party up. I'm like, all right, man, do your thing. Yeah. But Dolph's like, fucking, bro, we started the label technically because of Dolph.
Why is that?
Like, we're like, dude, this guy's a good kid, hard worker, motherfucker, works like.
Oh, he was the first artist y'all put on the label.
Yeah, when we first started the label, like everyone was going to be on it, but the first artist we announced was Dolph, like right out the gate. But like this morning, I'm going to get my tattoo. It's at like 10 o'clock. He's like, yeah, I'm getting off work. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, he's worked through the night, his first job, going home, could take a nap, and going to his second job. You know what I mean? He's just a hard worker, family man, but he loves making music. And bro, that motherfucker got the TM tattoo on his face before we even announced this shit.
Dog, whenever we go to like festivals, whenever we go to festivals or something, there's people that know us. But if there's a neutral party that has never heard of Traylormade, it's almost all the time. Who's that Dolph guy? Who's that guy? Who's that guy? He's got the crazy dreads out of the cowboy hat. He's a dope human, and he's dude. The kids, we go to these mud parks. The kids line up when they see him. They'll come to me and be like, Simple Man, what's up, man? Is Dolph with y'all? And I'm like, oh, he's making or something. And they're like, no.
Simple Man be bringing deck with them little kids. Oh, here we go.
Oh, he did. Oh, yeah, we got you. Come on back.
Hey, I have a question. I'm gonna get the actually hold on before I get into that. We had Dirty, we had Gambino, we had Dolph, and we missing anybody?
Yeah, we got a few more.
There's a bunch of people on the label. Oh, there goes the fucking camera again.
Who was in the chat yesterday though? We missed anybody
Corey
from the chat yesterday?
Corey Spires, Jeff, Jim Starr, and who else?
Y'all lined up. Y'all
the girl on our label.
Y'all really operating like a label. Y'all got there's a bunch of y'all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We got another producer on the label that does production with me named George Young. He's also the guy that does my tattoos. Phenomenal producer though. And he's got a nice pen game too. He was on my last album, Indecisive, with a song with me, Simple Man Dirty. Gemstar, he doesn't do music much anymore. Moxon Creek, he was when we were talking about like the OGs of this genre. He's a part of the label as well. He just put out an album called Full Circle. Credible writer. Like people sleep on him because he's an OG, and they just expect just regular country rap out the dude. But the fucking guys, if he writes 16 bars, 15 and a half bars are punchlines. I'm like, bro, chill. Like, this is not a contest. You know
yo, a bunch of
100%. I like similes. But fucking who else? Corey. We met Corey. She's a singer. He had a song he was doing about his daughter that is available on all streaming platforms. And I put out a post trying to get a female to come sing on it. And she drove down from Georgia. Like a whole bunch of people wrote me, by the way, but I liked her shit that she sent me. She came down and recorded, and she drove like 6 hours. I was like, you want to record something else? And we recorded, I think, 7 or 8 hooks, and I just sent them out to everyone on the label. I was like, yo, do a song on this. And it gave everyone a hook. And then, I think the Yin Yang shoot, she showed up when he did the Yin Yang Twins video. And everyone got to hang out with Corey. And Corey's just like one of the bros. Like, she'll drink with you. She'll fucking punch a bitch with you.
She's
you know
hilarious.
what I mean? Like, she's hilarious.
Yes, bro.
So it was like everyone all around. That was, I think, the last artist we brought on the label was Corey. It was like all around the table. Everyone's like, yeah, Corey's the shit.
What's up,
How far back?
What, Corey? Fuck. We started in 2022. Maybe like the end of 2022.
Yeah.
She was like not too far into it before we added her.
That was whenever the Model Citizen album came out. It's probably like 2 months prior to that dropping because she did those vocals.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's get the people involved real quick. I want to have some fun. All right. Chat, I want y'all to respond based on the music you've heard from these two gentlemen and based on how much y'all swear y'all know these two guys. I want you to get in the chat and give me an answer. And at the same time, fellas, I want y'all to point. You see how my finger's going, right? I want y'all to point. I'm gonna put y'all next to each other so y'all can point at each other. You ain't gotta say nothing. You just point at each other to who you think is most likely to do so and so. Don't point at me.
Other finger, bro. Other finger, other way.
Other finger, other way.
Yeah, this is so pause-worthy, bro.
Chat. What do y'all think of this question? Put your answer in the chat without relying on what their response is. yo, Sips.
Camera.
I say this: who is out of you two? Who is more likely to start a bar fight?
Man.
Keep pointing at me again.
Oh no, yeah. It's the other hand, bro.
Your other hand, Sim.
Other hand. Turn it the other way.
It ain't. It's not working.
There you go. That's at me.
You the other hand, he said.
No, is it for real?
Yeah,
like
for real.
Oh, it looks.
That's not how it looks on you.
It looks backwards on my phone. That's why I'm asking.
Oh, really?
Go.
Is mine right?
No, yours is right.
Yeah, I'm crazy, right? Oh yeah, I got my shit mirrored.
Oh, I don't have.
That's what you get when you get the AI camera, cuz.
All right, let's go that way.
All right, so what we saying? Hard target?
Yeah, I'm saying hard.
We both agree.
Yeah.
We both agree. What the chat think? Chat, what we thinking? They saying Simple Man, HT. Who's poking the wrong way? HT. Yeah.
I will say this.
Like HT with a landslide. I would have to agree.
I'm saying this. If my fight's gonna happen, it's because I'm douchebag or whatever. But I've literally grabbed a beer out of this man's hand when we were at a show where we won't say the rapper's name, and he aggravated him, and he had a full beer. And keep in mind, Simple Man grew up playing sports. He was going to hit this motherfucker. We were like 15 feet away. He's like, I'm going to peg this motherfucker in the face with this beer. Unopened bush. Bitch was warm too. This is my, and I'm literally like, he cocked back, and I remember Juice Daly and me were sitting there like, nope. Hold him. This motherfucker's about to peg a motherfucker singing on stage.
So he one of those who don't start a lot, but when he gets there, he's the extremist.
Yeah, him and Bredwin. I think Bredwin's the most passive person you'll meet. As soon as you cross that line, all right, he turns into that Midwest. All right, we're fucking you up tonight.
I think
Domo said Simple Man almost caught a body.
Yeah, bro. That's all I thought in my head. I was like, he's gonna knock this motherfucker out cold.
He gonna die. Like, what are you doing?
He just snorted Addy.
Dolph and Jeff will probably knock somebody unconscious, I'm sure. But I think if there was a motherfucker that was going to X somebody out and they were going to be gone the next day, it'll be Bredwin. And he'll be at his house bright and early watching TV, having a coffee. And
like,
you'll never fucking know it happened.
It'd be like, no, officer, I was watching the latest episode of Love is Blind. Crazy.
Good show. All right. I got another funny one. Chat, get involved. Who's more likely to forget their lyrics on stage?
Yeah, that's not even a question. It's every show.
Tell them the story.
Okay.
Tell them the story.
Okay,
I need a story for every question I hit y'all with.
For the record, I just recently started writing again. But for the past like 12, 13 years, I've been doing it all.
Put it in your head and just go to stew, right?
But I remember we was at this one show, and I remember the show specifically. It was where they had, it was on like the sugar sand, like the beach, and we kept telling them to move the gate forward because there was a VIP thing. And they're like, "You tell them to move that again, we're kicking your ass out of here." But I remember we're getting ready to do the song Sunday, and it starts with the hook, and it goes into my verse, and I walk up to Simple Man because all I need is the first bar, and then I'm good. And I walk up to him, and I'm like, "Yo, how's my verse start?" And Simple Man's like, "Get your shit together." And immediately I turned and rapped the verse. Like it was no pause, no break. I turned and rapped the verse. Like that was the halftime speech I needed.
Hey,
Wait, hold on.
Hey,
get your shit together. Wasn't the lyrics?
No,
look,
that's
listen,
what he was saying. Like, because I'm a fuck up.
Here's the side. Listen, he had the first song we did that night. I think we opened with Moonshine. And he had bobbled his verse in there, which that was never, we did that from time to time. There's been times where I started my verse on his verse, and I look at him like, "Hey, I'm fucking this up." And he'll look at me like, "I got it, I know." And he'll just switch his verse to the next one. So that particular night though, he had messed up Moonshine. I don't remember what it was. And then we were like 2 songs or 3 songs later in the Sunday. And I remember he walked up into me. He was kind of struggling that night. Like it didn't feel like we normally just vibe pretty easily. He was kind of like rough to get to going. And he looked at me and he was like, "How do I start my verse?" And I was like, "Get your fucking shit together, man." And we're on.
No, there was a disappointed dad. That was like fun loving, right? He was like this. He paused and he's like, "Get your shit together." And I immediately had to turn and rap. It was like 1, 2, get your shit together.
Hey, go. When I said that, he did a little thing with his arms like this, like, "Oh, great. Oh, good. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, we're not on stage right now. You're not going to help me.
He went right into his verse. But we just happened to pass each other at the back of the stage. We're over here talking, yeah. And then we walk by each other, and he's like, "How does my verse start?" "Get your shit together." We keep it moving. But
it felt way more disappointing.
Yo, why did it sound like something he's constantly had to tell you before? Like he didn't even.
I this is a thing. Even to this day, man, I'm awful when it comes to remembering my lyrics. When I do a song, like when I'm punching in, I have to write them out. So people are like, "Can I get your lyrics to a song?" And my lazy ass is like, "No," because I don't want to listen to the song and write it back down. You know what I mean? So what happens is I see this. when I'm rapping, I could see them in bar format, sets of 4. Sets of 4. So you got a 16 or a 24. I know what the next set of 4 starts with. I know the rhyme scheme. These past couple of years, if I don't write them down, all I remember is pockets, cadences, and the melodies. So there's times where I'm just like, it's like instead of caught a fish on Sunday, by Tuesday it could be gone. I'm all and I'm just like mumbling shit out. I'm like, they don't hear it.
But him and me, for in our defense, we've both stumbled many. When you have that many songs, you're gonna have that.
No, man, it's
but
hard.
We both freestyled our verses before. Sometimes all the way through, like you stumble in the first 2 bars, and then you just gotta go. And then we would point out shit in the crowd or say something about the place we were at in the verse, and then the crowd's like, "Oh shit!" When somebody
hype, hype.
Talking about right now.
When we were in a group back then, we used to have a section in the show. Our DJ would have a beat machine, like one of those little drum machines, and he'd start beating on the 808, start looping the hi-hats, and then our guitar player would start and start playing shit. And we'd always we'd do that. There's a rapper named Supernatural. He said, "Pull something out of your pocket." And everyone pulls shit out their pocket, and we'd freestyle about what they're holding up in the air.
Okay.
But it got to the point where we were battling each other on stage. Like it went from like once they realized we were freestyling, we'd then battle each other, and that shit got fun. But it was awkward in some of the markets we'd go to at the Lax because in their head we're just doing a subpar song.
Yeah,
they don't realize this is a freestyle until they see Jamie up front holding their driver's license, and we're like, they're dining, lighting, fighting, sighting, whatever the fuck we were rhyming it with. You know what I mean? Like, oh shit, he's talking about Jamie's driver's license. So it was like it worked and it didn't work, and you could tell clearly where people are like, this song sucks.
But there would be people. There would be people in the crowd that understood what was going. They were like, "Oh my god, oh shit!" You'd get your hip hop fans in there too.
Yeah.
Okay. A little more on a serious note, right? Because listen, what I've noticed listening to y'all, listen, I've been introduced to y'all, I've been introduced to Jam Wayne, I've been introduced to like a few of the country scene, right? And and I love Jam Wayne, dog. I love his music too, man. He's one of my favorites too, man. He's one of my favorites. He's got that T.I. Tupac swing going on. Like he different.
Yeah.
He different. But what I would say with all y'all, Bro Nax as well, y'all have a lot of biblical references. And when I say biblical, I mean like not like quoting scripture and stuff like that. I just mean as far as like just letting people know that y'all do walk spiritually, flawed and all, but y'all walk spiritually, and there is a higher being y'all believe in. And I respect that a lot. I don't know if y'all know, but I walk Christian faith, you know what I'm saying? I just gave my life to Christ like 2 years ago. I'm new to this, but at the same time, I'm walking it hard. You feel me? I'm walking it hard. And my channel is a lot of that, that might push some people away. So that's the other thing about my channel. We're on the slow grow because we're just not willing to jump on whatever is viral, whatever is popping, and whatever is negative. I don't like to really promote that. What I get into with my channel when I go live, a lot of people are showing me music that they know I'm gonna like. So not so much of what their favorite song is. They're showing me this because they feel like they like it, but they also feel like he would like this. So I respect that from the viewers or from the chat when they're showing me this music. So when they showed me y'all, I think they knew I was gonna be into this, right? Even though it was country rap, I don't know country rap. This is like my first introduction to it, right? But I'm with it. I mess with it. But I would say this. A lot of the references you guys make, I would say, who is more likely in a bad situation, right? Like some life or death type situation. Who is more likely to pray first in a bad situation?
I would say that's about 50-50 with us.
50-50?
Target normally does a prayer before stage, but we both in our real life. So Target probably will. I'll say Target would probably say to pray. Target would probably come to his mind before mine.
It's not on no like I'm holier than thou, because I always say this when we have our conversations when I'm talking to him or anybody. Like a lot of times I'm not saying this to like, hey, follow my lead. I have to say this out loud. I have to remind myself.
It's on my heart right now.
Yeah, I got to say this out loud because I need to hear this. Like, man, I was shit, man, I was clowning motherfuckers today. I had fun, good time clowning these motherfuckers. They was asking for it. All I'm doing is dabbling with the devil, man. This shit is crazy. Like, man, look what's happening. We've got a group, chat full of strangers that don't know who we are, that love and support our shit. We got a talented ass rapper on here interviewing us and like giving us our flowers. Why am I worried about what this random nobody says? That's crazy. That's so crazy. That's the devil right there. That's the devil. Absolutely. Like your pride is so fucking fragile. You got to respond to these people.
Yeah, but yo, we're flawed and we are that way. So sometimes we succumb to the bullish, but at the same time, it's the result should be to be able to tap in and acknowledge, like, okay, hold on, I'm dabbling with the devil. I need to zone up out of this. You know what I'm saying, but y'all, what I respect about y'all is without shame. Y'all talk about it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of rappers don't like talking about it. A lot of artists don't like talking about it because it ain't the coolest thing.
The problem is this. A lot of people
talk about it
to look flawless and like a perfect specimen of something for everybody. And that is the fakest thing you can be on earth, because there is not a single one of us that is without sin and without evils in our life and without of our own and without daily struggles that we get fed up with and things we have to go through. There's not a single person that, even a preacher, don't have a good week without sin. So
only one walked this earth with that type of perfection, and we know.
So you're not gonna sit here and tell me that you're better than me in anything in this lifetime. You know what I mean? Or you deserve more than anyone does. You know?
Yeah, and I respect that.
I've always felt like as long as you have a good relationship and talk to God. I grew up talking to God like I'm talking to y'all right now. If I have something, little things happen in your life all the time that show you, like, I'm not going to get off on this super duper kick, but I am going to say this. Little things, I feel truth. I feel there's a lot of truth in little things you see, little signs throughout your life to let you know you're on the right path. You might have a conversation with somebody that sticks in your head, a little something they said and you don't know why. And 3 months time it makes the most sense, or you end up finding exactly what that meant. Like there's been a lot of frustrations with me and him, not just us working with each other, with trying to get noticed on our own, trying to do things this way and that way. And it's hard to see like there's a greater thing on the way or a greater good, you know, unless you have faith in what you make and God. That's the only way you're going to continue to see anything through, you know?
Amen. Yeah. Amen. Respect. Hey, HT, you what I noticed, I was going to ask you yesterday on the chat, but I was like, you know what? If you had time to pull up today, I was going to ask you. I just saved it for today, but I did want to ask you because on El Dorado, lesson learned, both you had somewhat of a and I don't, you know what I'm saying, you ain't got to get too into it, but it's this type of things that I tune into, type of things that I respect, type of things that I cherish and value when it comes to the content or the subject matter of what somebody's rapping about, because I can react to some music, right? Don't get it twisted, and it could be all cool and they could be talking about stuff that I'm not into and all that, right? But unless I don't hear somewhere where somebody's trying to make some progress in their life as they are as a man, I'm not here for it. I'm not even trying to hear the music because you ain't even trying to make progress. So it ain't for me. It may be for somebody else, but it ain't for me because I'm not trying to say I need to know the man, you know, the person behind the music, because you never really know somebody until you do. You feel me? So but as far as through the music though, what I want to see resonate is the action of progress. Like, I'm working on myself, and both of y'all do that. Both of y'all do that excellently. Y'all both do that. Jam Wayne does that a lot too, and I really that's what I really appreciate about. And it could be because it's the country. Y'all know how it is. The scripture is deep in the South. Like, people hold it near and dear. It ain't like anywhere else in the country. We know in the South, it's a little more serious than just words. You feel me? Even in hip hop form, like East Coast rap, our favorite music, right? Everybody love listening to the East Coast rap. The ones who put it on the map. We love that and all that. But that spirit don't really live in it though. It's really just talent that we love. But when you come to the South and you get country rappers, it may be less about skill, but it be more about the realness. Like the realness. Whatever if it's biblical or whatever it is, it's about the struggles, about life, it's about getting through ups and downs, appreciating what's in front of you. Like, y'all really harness that, and I really respect that. So I'm gonna ask you, Hard Target. You talk a lot about the progress of, like, it almost sounds like you admit it or you acknowledge that you feel like it's too late to like, to get, to be accepted in that light. Hey, I done did this, I done did that, I done made some bad decisions, and this is just where I am at. And you could be there. I'm not trying to fault you or nothing like that. You can be there in real life, but do you feel today? Because you could feel you could feel different the next week. You could lay down a verse and wake up the next day and like, hey, I feel saved. You know what I'm saying? Because
it's always
Christ said, "Come as you are. Don't get good, don't get perfect, and then come to me. Come as you are." So I want to know.
Yeah, it's not like a normal like, yeah, I'm good and I'm saved and I'm perfect and I keep going. Everything's changed. Every single day I deal with it. I question my faith. But every single day I'm dealing with the fact of like, I've done some fucked up shit. I'm 100%. I'm still doing fucked up shit. You know what I mean? Right. I remember. Okay, to give you context. Frank Thompson. Pray with me, don't play with me. Okay. When this shit first started, there's no
merch.
Like
Simple man, merch.
Fucking like animosity where I got like a hatred for anyone. This was like friendly. Like you said you was better than us. Let's do that. And I remember talking to Simple Man. I was like, I don't want this to turn into a thing where this is what we do now, where this is just like where people are angry at us, we're fighting, we're battling man, come on, bro. I want to make music. I can rap. I can rap like that.
Right.
And all it takes is for you to say the wrong thing. Pray with me. Don't play with me. Okay. Now, but I don't want to live my life every day where I got to be mad at another grown man or angry at another grown man. That shit is dumb, man. I'm good. Like, I've got 3 beautiful children, a beautiful, loving, supporting wife. I make a living off my music. What am I mad at? I'm mad at you. I've never met you. I've never met you. But I find a way to be mad. I find a way to go, you know what? I want to punch that motherfucker. You know what I mean? I find a way to have those moments. But I have to remind myself, I'm like, this is crazy. Like, I've toured around the world. I've toured around the United States. I've got 100 million views on whatchamacallit. I don't, if tomorrow everyone stopped fucking with me, I could still put out my music. I am a self-sufficient and I'm still angry. I'm still angry. I'm still mad. And I still want to put hands on people. And I got to remind myself, what do you got right? Why are you mad at them? Now take it from their perspective. They ain't got nothing going on. Shit sucks. Nothing's catching traction for them. Why are you so angry at them? I feel bad for you. I have to remind myself, I was that person 12 years ago, 15 years ago, just angry at everyone because I wasn't where
hating
I wanted
on people and giving negative review. Yeah. I was there too.
Tracks, bro.
I was there too.
I don't care. I think the dude's weird, but I don't hate you. I don't wish nothing bad on you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I understand a bunch of my friends want to punch you, and I think that's awesome. But I don't want to. Like, I don't even know who the fuck you are. You know what I mean? All these people. I just got to keep reminding myself that what's happening right here, when I sit out that dinner table, when I pick my kids up from school, when I get Elena, Carissa, when I get DF Domo, I get Flawed TV, I get the GOAT. These guys, none of that negative matters. This is what matters. The people that care right here. And I've got to remind myself that because I am quick. Pray with me.
Hey, pray with me, don't play with me. That's merch right there. You've been saying merch all day and I've been writing them down.
That's Frank Thompson.
And I make a little something.
Speaking of which, too, Goat, I knew I remember everybody earlier, Frank Thompson, Traylormade also. I don't think we listed him earlier and we were naming names. We need to get this shit like written somewhere where we reference it all the time. Because every time I've listed everybody, somebody gets left out.
It's gonna happen. We walk as flawed individuals, man. Elena Rose came in with the $10 dono. Appreciate you. I know you said earlier we don't gain anything as fans, but with genuine artists. But with genuine artists that keep it real. She has a lot of typos when she writes. Don't mind her. But she said with genuine artists that keep it real, and we respect that. That's why we rock with y'all. So. Shout out to Elena.
Appreciate it, real.
I'm gonna say, hey, and I was in response to that, brother. I would say, how you know you're walking in the right direction, or how you know you're walking within your circumference that's you're capable of handling. Because a lot of the times we try to handle things we're not ready for. We're not ready to go to that next step because we ain't there yet. We haven't done the other little steps before we can get to that, right? So
Yeah.
I would say number one is and the only thing that I want to say really is the acknowledgement. The refusal of denial. When you're in the space of denial, you know you got issues and you know you're not working on yourself and you're not doing good right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when you can acknowledge your mistakes, when you're dealing with somebody who takes accountability, you're dealing with a real person. So when we speak up amongst men, we men here, like you dealing with a real man. When a man can, one of the most attractive things I feel like a woman can have for a man is just a man who takes accountability. It's like, oh my God, I could depend on that. I don't want a man who just always on point. I need a man that when he slips up, he's gonna give me the truth and he's gonna take accountability for his actions. So I think you just took a lot of accountability right then and there. So you don't got to worry about, being perfect. It's more just about acknowledging your flaws and working on it. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, absolutely.
I tip my hat off to that type of response that you gave. You know what I'm saying?
I know it's long-winded.
it was, but it reflects the music because listen, El Dorado, Lesson Learned, almost in every song, there's some type of reference there. Almost in every song. And I respect that. And that's why I lean so much on that Simple Man verse on Lesson Learned, because dog, like he just started talking, like he wasn't even rapping anymore. And I was just like, bro, that's how you deliver the what was intended. Yeah, what was intended right here? Like, I really need you to feel me on this one. That's what it really felt like. Even with the yelling when he first started off, it was like he's like, I don't want to go down. Like, you don't want to go down that path. I was like, yo, that's how you deliver it, dog. That's what you got to do. Like, that emotion is real, dog. It's genuine. It's genuine.
That hook he put on there is what brought. You know what I mean? I wouldn't even wrote that verse had that hook not have been that way. He does a real good job of getting these concept records sometimes, man. And I tell you what Target does very, very good at that. I don't think I do as good at it. Dirty maybe does good, and Jeff's done some things similar, but they write these really good, like you just said, pretty much introspective and self-reflective songs where he's very good at conceptualizing his thought process, even when it's like anger or jealousy or bitterness or whatever it may be, all the stuff we go through. And he like breaks it down as to like, he'll write a part in a verse where he's like, I slammed but instead of saying, this is the difference between him and other rappers. Other rappers would be like, I slammed that fucking door. You pissed me off. Target will be like, I slammed that door because I felt bitterness from what you said that made me. You know what I'm saying? Like, he will fucking get it down to the fucking microscopic detail on it, but it's dope.
The gust of wind blew the candle out, and now our flames
Hey, yo,
died.
let me tell you, bro. I know that's a fact because I have said that on a song once on one of the reactions. I said, bro, he could have said this way more simpler, but this man went into his poetic justice bag and said, nah, I need to speak to the people in the back. Like, he was like, and I also said, I'm like, bro, he's not even like he's a confident rapper, meaning like he never delivers too aggressively. He's very like laxed and cool. It's almost like if Snoop Dogg was super lyrical, like that's what Hard Target. I said that on the video. Like if Snoop Dogg had a wild, I mean, he's nice. I'm saying he had his days, but I'm saying like on like modernly lyrical. Like if Snoop Dogg had that lyricism in his bag, that's what it sounded like. Somebody who delivering just lyricism at a smooth rate, and it's like it's almost like you would expect somebody like Simple Man, he gonna scream them bars. Like when he know he got a hard bar, he gonna slap you in the face. Sean Camp. he gonna Sean Camp you. Hard Target, like he like Gary Payne. He's gonna do a look away pass, like you know what I'm saying, smooth.
That's the glove. That's the glove. I know that reference.
Yeah, that's the glove.
I'm gonna be on there yelling like, "You forgot a letter." I'm gonna yell.
I've been getting that so much lately, and it never even like registered in my head. They're like, "Oh, you do spoken word. You're talking when you rap." I'm like, "Fuck!" Now every time I go to rap, I'm like, "Am I talking?" Like, haters, it's working. You're getting to me.
He's on fire. No, I was saying like when I was first, because Gold was the first one. When I was hearing Gold, well, it wasn't the first one, but it was one of the first ones. When I was hearing Gold, I was like, how old are these dudes? These dudes, we got to be the same age, bro, because they're referencing way too much. Like, it's almost like, not that you missed the 90s, but like you were young in the 90s. So, but late 90s, I feel like that's y'all era. Like, anything from like 97 and I would say, you know, early 2000s.
For
Obviously,
the record, I didn't know anything he said in gold, and I'm not trying to troll right now. It did. I think it was flawed, or no? Is that what was that? The older white gentleman that knew the bars before. Silver. What is it?
Silver Sounds, I think is his
Silver
name.
Sounds Reacts. Broke it down. Like in me, when I heard gold, I was like, yo, that Marshall Mathers bar was dope. I didn't understand none of that shit.
Yo, that Slim Pickens, bro. That was.
I watched like early '90s Detroit Tigers. That's where my sports ends. And after watching the reactions, I was like, "Oh shit, this verse is crazy."
Yo,
how intricate
he just now appreciating you, bro.
I mixed mastered that. I was like, "The fuck is he talking about?"
He didn't even ask you about it.
No, I didn't. I just accepted it what it was.
Bro, I put so much football and stuff and shit into my verses. I watch a lot of sports that I already know. I'm used to it. Like when I send it, if it's not somebody in the top 10 players of all time in that sport, then Target's gonna probably be like, whatever.
If it doesn't say 23, I'll put 23 to your chest like Jordan. And even then, I'm like, mid. You know what I mean?
Mid. He don't even know what it's about. Nah, mid.
But like that
I didn't get it, mid.
That tying that shit in with the Gary Payton court bars
later on, brought it back with the glove.
Gary Payton, and then going into the your favorite rapper keeps shoving in Perkins, Sam Perkins.
Perkins.
Like he literally named the whole starting lineup. I know that term.
Yeah. He got the nerve to be in the back talking about he's on fire.
Well, I played NBA Jam. Okay,
that was a red one too, but Target killed that. Here's what's funny about those video shoots, man. We don't like when there's shit like that. We don't really know what the other one's doing. Most of the time, we're just focused on the camera. And bro, we got some dope shit when we're done with some of these videos. And I see like the Himothy videos are great to me because we didn't have a clue what the other one's face is looking like. We're both at the same distance. We're both looking.
Right.
There's some shots of us like one time where we're and I know looks when we do that, and I know looks can be deceiving. On the first Himothy, he came up by me and like put his arm on my shoulder, and he was going, "I know, like that." It looks like two, bro. It looks like two
ad lib visuals. He was giving you some ad lib visuals,
bro. And still Himothy. There's a little yellow car, and he's about to do one of his solo scenes. I was like, "Oh, wait!" I got up on there, and I'm like crouched down, like I'm 39. My knees were fucked after that verse. I'm like this. Bredwin shooting. He's like halfway through his verse. I was like, hey, this little gangster right here. He's like, yeah, you're good.
Bro, I came over to him in the middle of that shoot. We're like moving around and shit. And I walk over there by him and I like bump his knee during the verse. And he's like, hey, chill out. I'm about to knock him off.
Yo, between that and get your shit together, man.
Yeah. But we did gold, Steven Rogers, and lessons learned in
one day,
like a 4-hour block. I think we did El Dorado the night Shaka got into town. We did country rap tunes and that white boy song with Crown and whatchamacallit. What am I missing here? We're missing one. Still Himothy we did the day earlier that day before Shaka got into town.
So who's shooting your videos?
What happened? Bredwin DeVille.
Bredwin shoots the videos?
Shoots them, edits them.
Who edits them? He edits them as well?
Yeah.
Does everything. Colors them.
Hey, I like the simplicity of the videos because it looks like I can get a lot done, but the editing just makes it interesting. The zoom in, zoom out, the quick shots. I'm into all of that. So I was like, when I watched the editing on the video, I was like, look at this, bro. They've been standing in the same dang alleyway the whole time. And it's like just the different shots. It just still keeps the viewer intrigued for sure. Like, so bro, he's doing a great job, dog. It
goes back to the we fail 100 times over again. Like there'll come a day where this stuff will pick up better and we have more people hands-on that can help us. Right now, it's a small little team. Until then, our job is to get this music out to people. What's wrong with the song isn't the mix. It isn't the coloring of the video. It isn't the shot location, the extras, or the instrumental, or how it's mastered. What's wrong with the song is it's not out. That's it. And we need to get songs to these people. That's it.
Okay, so Elena Rose says, she says, I've reacted to Wu Twang and Disclaimer too, but it hasn't dropped yet. She be hawking me about reactions that haven't dropped yet. It says Disclaimer, but like I said earlier, she can't type well, so we're gonna forgive her for that.
Were you a big
dyslexic?
Dyslexic. Frank Thompson, Thursday, 6 p.m. What's going on?
Goat, were you a big Wu-Tang fan?
Oh, yeah, for sure, dog. Yeah.
Okay, you already did the reaction to Wu Twang, huh?
Yeah, I did Wu Twang after, because after that moment, dog, on on Gold, I lost I was done, bro. I was done. I was just like, what's on his shirt, bro? And I thought it said Slim Pickens on it. I don't know what I thought it said. I lose focus. Y'all see how I get down. I get up. I start going crazy if I really like something. I started losing my mind. And then I was like, yo, run it back. Let me listen to it again. And then because he was scheming on the whole Sonics team, then Sonic Boom, he was bringing all types of video games stuff. He was doing a whole bunch of stuff. And then I zoomed in, and the chat is trying to tell me. They're like, yo, look at his shirt. Look, because I already had the ODB shirt on. They're like, look at his shirt.
Oh, yeah, I did see that. I did see that.
He had an ODB shirt on. And the crazy thing is, I kept saying, yo, this dude, he sounded like somebody who probably grew up on a lot of Wu-Tang or East Coast rap, and he was surviving a cipher with them. That was like the thing I would say about Simple Man, right? And then I look in, I'm like, shimmy, shimmy, yo, what the? I lost my mind after that. After that, I was like, what else we got? What else we got? What else? Because I just felt like so connected to the music, and then it came to the visuals, and I was just like, bro, that serendipity is crazy. Like, I got a freaking ODB shirt on right now, dog. Like, I could have put on any shirt. I got a Method Man shirt, a Red Man shirt. I could have put on any shirt. I put on the ODB that day, and that came up. I just thought that was fire, dog.
Oh, I'll remember to wear my Alanis Morissette shirt next video then.
Yeah, that was probably one of the coolest reactor moments I've ever seen, bro. You doing that, and then that guy Silver Sounds, we're talking about that Sonic verse. He stopped my verse 2 bars in and named all the players in that starting lineup that I put in the verse. I thought that was cool too.
Before he drafted them.
I only know you said Perkins, Peyton, and Sean Kemp. I don't know who else you named. That went over my head.
That left is right-hand man. That was like that's why I say the NBA Jam, because Sean Kemp and Detlef Shrimp were the 2 players on NBA Jam. That's why I say that about. That's his teammate Detlef.
What
Shrimp,
is his name?
NBA jamming on him. Detlef Shrimp. It's a weird name, but it's
like Matt Wild.
SAMPH or something. Detlef Shrimp. It's weird. It's a dope name though.
She says, "Stop picking." Elena says, "Stop picking on me, dang it! I just had a full fight with my keyboard in the chat." Thank you for the dono. Appreciate you. Yeah, man. So what y'all got going on next, man? I know we're working on the album. We're gonna promote some things, but you just mentioned earlier that y'all about to shoot something else. Y'all about to record a whole nother song. So are y'all going project by project, or is it like single? Like, do y'all focus on the independent albums and then the group independent out? Like what's the structure?
The group thing is just the group thing only happened because the diss tracks. As soon as the diss tracks happened, they started associating me with this asshole. So it was like it made sense. Like, I have like a project worth of material I could put out, and I was going to put out, and then this happened. I was like, yo, it was like that phone call when we first linked up years ago, where it's like, we should do let's do a fucking
yep.
And it happened pretty quick. But I know I have a project pretty much ready to go, but after seeing the reaction to the Trailer Park Boys, I almost want to go back and redo some of the songs, because again, I was punching in on these, and like, I'm not trying. Like, I could, hey boy, comment, okay?
Boy.
Love you. I'm not trying to have these songs where I'm like the best rapper on all these songs. You know what I mean? I like to just create songs. Bro, you are doing some wild work right now. Okay, yeah, you sound like a zoo. But I'm not trying to like make an album. When I normally record songs, I'm not trying to write a bunch of bars. I like to write songs like about what's going on in my head or what's going on with my family and stuff like that. But there are some records where I like, even though they're that I think I owe it to myself to go back and rework them, just because, like, without question, I have to rap on tracks with this dude. I have to step my pen up.
Hey, listen,
it's crazy.
I agree with you wholeheartedly, and and
not
to be
that
honest,
hard though. Okay, let's chill with that. He's got enough of this. You jumped out of your seat. You did the shimmy shammy y'all shirt. Y'all match cool. Wow. No one cares.
Wow. Hey, what was that?
Sonic
Boom. Remember
Sonic.
that Chappelle skit where that barber rapped his own shit and he was like,
Oh, yeah.
I popped out like boom pow surprise. Oh, he did his own fucking did his own shit.
That's classic. That's somebody said just the tip. That's wild. Thanks for the donut though, but that's wild. Just the tip is wild. But hey.
Oh God.
HD. I was gonna say I do notice as a writer, I would say, right? I'm all right. But I do notice when someone is throwing a little extra sauce on it. It felt like on open mic, you felt like, not that the hook didn't matter, but it was like, I'm gonna you weren't only barring on there, dog. You were barring, but the pocket switches were crazy, bro. My favorite thing was doing the when you would start off with whatever rhyme pocket it was, and you have your internals or whatever. Next rhyme pocket, same internals, right? Like what people do when people switch their internals every 2 bars, it's because they ran out of things to rhyme and they didn't want to work as hard. You feel me? But you kept the same rhyme pattern going on, but switching the pocket. I was like, and then you went into a new pocket, and then you brought back the old rhyme. And I'm just like, bro, that's one of my favorite things. Like Eminem does a lot of that. So he's like, start off with a certain rhyme, make you forget about the rhyme pattern, and then bring it back. It's like, oh my God. So that's why I was like, yo, simple,
it's
man.
kind of like,
I know you be barring, but put your big boots on, bro. Put your big boots on. It's about to get real muddy. It's about to get real muddy.
On that record right there, I did that before I even sent. I normally, like, the smart thing to do is to send him it, let him do his verse, so I know what I got to achieve. Okay, we have standards we have to live up to over here at Traylormade Records, and sometimes we all don't reach them. But that one happened to be one I just sent to him, and he fucking rapped his fucking stupid verse, whatever. But no, that one, I've always been big on that. And I know Freeway did it wildly, like to where sometimes he wouldn't rap it, but I loved how Freeway would be like, bringing them down, I'm slanging the pound, doing it real, something the pill, taking the pill, danging them down, making the mounds. It comes back, bring back. I've always loved the whole.
I never credited Freeway for stuff like that, bro. That is a big fact. What you just said, dog. That is a big fact.
It's just a little bit.
He might be on the forefront of that. He might be in front of that. To be honest, dog.
I think so. I think he would. That was around the time where New York rappers, in my opinion, were like everything's multi stacking multis. If you weren't doing it, like. You weren't it, like Jadakiss, Fabulous.
You weren't really rapping.
Yeah, Hell Rel. All these dudes and fucking Cameron. To me, Cameron does it, but it's to a point where I don't like it. His older stuff, where he's like, you went bada bada, toppa toppa, lappa dappa. Like when you got to force your multis, like the multiple syllable rhyme, like. I don't mind not rhyming multiple syllables if it brings a better point across. Like I could be talking about something and then I might need to say like, this shit sucks. And that's the way it rhymes.
Like you just did.
You know what I mean?
Sometimes you just got to say, well, if Simple Man disagrees, he's going to multi to his freaking head falls off. He's going to multi. He's going to get animated. He's going to yell.
No, he doesn't though. I've learned that from him, and I've years ago that it's okay not to force a fucking multi, and as long as the fucking shit is dope. Like, what if you're gonna switch that multi, whatever you switch that rhyme scheme to, like if you're taking out that compound rhyme, whatever you switch to, it better mean something. Right. It better hit. You know what I mean? And he's a perfect example, bro. What is it? I was like, we don't have to talk. We have to tap it off. Creek Squad, get your boy here looking hot. That shit didn't have a multi rhyme, but that line right there, Well, I remember switching it. And going, I'm not going to say this line because I said some fucked up shit. I remember I was like, man, that's a little too far. And I switched it to that. And like when you watch reactors or you watch people listen to that song, that's one of the lines they all say. Creek Rock, get your boy in looking hot. And there ain't no punchline, no bar, no nothing.
And they
end up loving that. For it because he wasn't looking too hot. It's like, hey, bro, you got a swing or something, guys. They're just beating on your head.
Yeah, like poke it with a stick. Like, is he going to
Y'all want to see a dead
body? So let me get some background, man. Where's as far as I'll start off with Superman. It's for both of y'all, but I'll start off with Superman. Who's that one? Who was that one you? There's two questions. There's who's the one you studied? I know we studied a lot, but from a lyricist point of view, who was that lyricist you studied to learn how to get your bag off? And who was the one you most listened to as far as just like your most listenable artist? Because those two things are different for me. But
with me, two big staples for me are when I was little, man, the person with the most passion that had me glued to this shit was by far Tupac Shakur. Tupac Shakur was unreal. And he had multis. He did.
They be fronting on him.
Storytelling. He had passion.
Troublesome will run your head over.
Like everybody always asked the difference in Biggie and Tupac. And Biggie was fire. I hated on Biggie for a long time. Because to me, if Tupac said, fuck that motherfucker, I was like, that's right, Tupac. Fuck that motherfucker. I don't like him. I don't know what he did, but I don't like him. But I didn't listen to Biggie. I didn't listen to Biggie for a long time. Then when I finally listened to him, I was like, oh my God, man, this dude is incredible. But the difference, when people always ask the difference, it's like, and this is gonna sound crazy. My New York people's gonna probably argue with me about this, but this was the difference to me. If Biggie says something about I'm loading up and I'm coming to get you. If Tupac said it, you felt like Tupac was going to be at your door in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
If Tupac said it, Tupac was going to be right outside your door in 5 minutes. Biggie was rapping it. Tupac was saying it with whether, you know what I mean? There's come out about his background since then. I want to get it back because I was younger and I don't want to ruin his image of who he was to me. But then I don't think anybody that's a rapper can deny that when Marshall Mathers started saying all that crazy shit that he said, everybody started ramping their rap game up. And he went through a period of the struggle where his music went a different direction. Some of those albums, though, really are still celebrated as like cult following albums. I didn't realize this till recently. Some people really love when he was extremely going through the relapses and all that. Those albums, to me.
Oh, listen, I did a whole album review on all those albums, bro. And I'm gonna tell you this. This might sound nuts, but believe me when I say this. He was, Eminem Show, Marshall Mathers LP, the first one. Obviously, those like his prime years. People look at those like that was his highlight of his career. I'm gonna tell you this though, bro. When it comes to that pen, from Relapse to Marshall Mathers LP2, his pen game's way better. Like, actually, he would wash his old self, bro. His pen game.
Songs were better though back then.
Songs were better, and sonically they were better, and they were more creative because it was your first time coming out.
Sonically, they're better now. They were like worse. The mixes, the ad libs not lining up and shit like that. But that dirty griminess of it made what I like my Eminem on drugs.
Yeah, I do too. The Slim Shady,
I like them all. I ain't gonna lie to you.
The Slim Shady LP to me, I think, was better than the Marshall Mathers LP. I love the Marshall Mathers LP was awesome, but on that Slim Shady LP with songs like Rock Bottom, the one he did with Royce the Nine, the I Don't Give a
If
Fuck.
I Had.
He was hungry, man. You heard it. He was like, this is my time to show everybody who I am. I'm about to blow people's with this shit.
And that's why he came back after and said, they said, I can't rap about being broke no more. They didn't say I can't rap about coke no more. Slut, think I won't choke the horse to the vocal cords, can't work in the throat no more. They're like, oh, he's going crazy.
Yeah.
They
weren't, if you think about it, there wasn't like crazy punchlines in it. But the way he stacked the rhymes and the way they would hit, they were like, I would not have thought of that fucking multi.
The skill set went up, but It's like he said, they call Slim Shady LP the greatest. The Marsh Mathers was a classic. The Eminem show was fantastic. Like he knows what they all stand for. He knows that first album might be his greatest album. But a lot of people's first albums are great. You know, Nas Illmatic, Reasonable Doubt. Like a lot of people's first album.
Marshall Mathers was his best.
I think the Eminem show was his best one. I think that Eminem show, I feel like the Eminem show, he was done with the goofy stuff. He was no shock value. It was all hip hop. It's the same era of Lose Your Stuff. The 8 Mile movie came out. Like he was in a wild bag in 2000.
He had some crazy.
I just feel like he was really hip hop on that one. Till I Collapse, Soldier. It was
Square Dance was crazy.
Which one?
Square Dance was crazy.
Square Dance, yeah. There was too many bangers on there. Like Sing for the Moment. He got introspective. All that.
I hated that song.
Oh, I love that song. Well, I love the original too.
Never a fan of that song.
That's wild. White America.
White America. Well, chill. 2025. You can't do that no more.
No, you can't do that.
White America. Imagine that right now.
Yo, Tom could probably drop that.
Yeah, him or Church.
Get away with it.
Him and Church. Yo, let me tell you something. I was calling this man Lil Church for the longest, and I didn't know. Like, yeah, it was getting crazy. It got to the point where the chat wasn't even correcting me because they couldn't stand him. So they just kept letting me call him that. And then one day, a Church fan came in and was like, "Who is Little Church?" He was like, "You talking about Ryan Up?" They started blasting me on there.
Yo,
man, my bad.
One of the hardest things in that whole Dismas shit was when Bravo Gator called that man Upper Church, talking about he takes too many pills. His name is Upper Church. That shit was
fucked up,
bro.
That's way more creative. Upper Church is creative.
Yeah, Upper Church was nuts.
Oh man, hey, listen. I told Simple, HT. I told Simple Man the other day. I don't know if he even read it. I had to put my 1-2 in there. I was like, let our target know I'm gonna be at his front door somewhere in Florida. Like, where's my hook, bro? I'm waiting. Like, where is my hook? Like,
man,
I need my hook. I need my verse from Simple Man. And who's making the beat? And where's
I'll make some shit. I don't know what you're on, like what type of beat you're on. I'm like, that's one thing with my production. I'm pretty good at being a chameleon, like what type of track you want. Like if it's sample, soul, southern, country rap, whatever.
I mean, I don't know. I'm working on my album right now. I'm gonna drop it like in August, something like that. But I got a videographer, so I'm gonna be doing some things. What I'm gonna do is get a couple of tracks done. I'm getting some tracks done this weekend coming up.
You record yourself or you go to the studio?
Now I go to the studio. My homeboy, he's got a nice little setup. I feel comfortable when I'm in there. You know what I'm saying? I'm working on just because I got a whole room over here, and I'm gonna be moving to Dallas soon. So I'm gonna have like a whole nother room for my YouTube production and all that. But I'm thinking about just building a studio, like a self-made studio in here. Just
not far-fetched, man.
Yeah,
it's very, bro. It depending.
I do enjoy the studio though. I'm one of those studio rappers. Like I do enjoy being in the studio and just not have to do anything but rap.
I never have. I never liked it, and I don't like when other people are in control of it. I want to be able to, like, I have a fucking this right here next to my fucking desk.
Simple Man laughing because this man's a control freak in the studio, isn't he?
Because he just said a lot in a little amount of sentences. Like I know this motherfucker. He's like, I can't do it. I can't do it. Like,
I can't stand it, bro.
In there in the studio, if somebody touches some shit, like you probably don't need to turn that down.
Yeah.
Did you hear what I said? Do not.
Hey yo, Simple. He said, "Can you
We're in Nashville back in December, and this is like the first time it was the first time I was in the studio with Adam, and he walked into the control room, and they had like an engineer there, and there was a guy in the booth recording, and he's doing his shit or whatever. The engineer's gone outside smoking a cigarette, and Adam's like, "Yeah, run that take again, press record." I was like, "Adam, it don't matter. They got to dial the vocals in on the compressor." He's like, "What the fuck you mean, man?" And I was like, and then he stopped. And he's like, "That was good. Run it back one more time." I was like, "Adam, it does not matter. Whatever he records, we can't use. We got to dial his vocals in on the compressor." What the fuck is all this shit? I was like, "Nah, bro, you're good." Yeah. But in my head, I immediately go like, "We gotta." I go into engineer mode when I'm in a studio. I cannot let control be in someone else's hands. Yeah, I know how bad I want my vocals to crunch in the compressor. I know how I want a sound going in. I know how fast I want to do my like. I don't want to go, hey, give it a little more punch next time. I'm like, no, record. I'm like fucking dyslexic ADHD and shit.
Psycho is the word that we're
to make it short. Like, I don't know what he's jumping around, beating around him, but he's a freaking psychopath, is what he is.
Bro, I've created songs that I put out into videos too, where I'll just dial in vocals, just trying to go, hey, let me try a new vocal chain, and I'll like route my compressors a certain way, and I'll just start recording shit. And then before you know it, there's a song done. And it was just like a jokey idea or something like that I've shot videos to, ended up being songs just because I want to test out the studio for a night. You know what I mean?
Yeah, experimenting. Hazel Marie claims to know you pretty well. She says, Target wants to be in control. Who would have thought?
There it is.
Hey, they know you better than I thought they did, though.
I'm not perfect.
Hey, so like I said, I'm gonna send y'all something and I'm genuinely honest I'm genuinely real about that. Like I'm gonna send y'all something, you know what I'm saying? I can listen to it, so you give me an opinion. I'm gonna send it to Hard Target. He can give me one of them raw feedbacks he be doing.
I'm not that bad.
Simple man's like, send it to me first. Like I'll go explain it to him. I'll explain it to him.
Yeah. Let me check it out first.
What you're about to listen to.
Nah, man. Hit me up in the DM. I'll shoot you my number and shit like that. We'll figure out like what type of song you're wanting to do, and I'll like create a beat or something like that. Send it over. If you want me to do a hook, I'll do a hook before I send it over. But make sure you like the beat first, though, I guess.
Yeah. Now we'll build in the background for sure. We'll build in the background. So I got work tonight, so I can't be on here too long. But man, it was a blessing, man. It was awesome having y'all on here, man.
Absolutely, man.
I really appreciate y'all pulling up, man. We got to talk about the album a little bit, which I got going on coming up next. I mean,
in the chat, Steven Rogers' video dropped today. It's on my channel live right now.
I just did a reaction to it before I hooked up with y'all, so I'm gonna drop that. I'm gonna drop that either tomorrow or the day after. It depends on my daughter being awake. My wife got some errands to run tomorrow, so I might have to be on baby duty. But yeah, I gotta edit that up and put that out. But video was fire though. Video was fire. I mean, like I just feel like the simplicity of it's really just angles, bro. So shout out to your videographer and editor, because it's really just angles. Though?
Let's talk about it for a second.
That
outfit was crazy, right? The outfit was crazy. Outfit was crazy. Bro, I was like, what? The outfit was crazy. I saw everyone's like, let me know if you want to change this. I was like, oh, what? You ain't got to change nothing. That's just fire.
This motherfucker argued with me before we leave his house. He's doing this to provoke me at work. I'm gonna do it. He fucking argues with me before we leave the house. He's like, hey, or he tells me this the first day we're down there. We got to shoot 7 fucking videos. He's like, hey, bro, we need to NWO this shit. We're wearing black and white, bro. We're gonna roll out like fucking NWO, right? We're gonna roll out like NWO. So day 2, day 2, we're packed up. We're going to the location. Everybody's like, all right, we're here. We'll go change. Target's like, I don't go get some scenes over here by these blue gas pumps. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. So I look over there and I'm like, this motherfucker got a flannel and a white ass shirt and a blue.
That hat was crazy.
So then he comes back over. I'm in all black and black. I was like, what's all this black talk we had about the fucking outfit? And I was like, what is this? The Hard Target and his fucking backup dancing? But
that's just crazy. What's that?
Look at
that. Ooh.
But hey,
in
his defense, so he did let me rock that Seattle.
The Sonics.
The country rap tunes. I've got so many people bragged on that hat. That hat is dope, bro. I love it.
I never wore it. Never even wore it. He wore it first. And the worst part is you didn't even wear it in the gold video.
I know, crazy. Right? Where it would have mattered.
I don't know.
I gave that hat to Bredwin. I was like, nah, bro, that's it. It's tinted. I don't want to.
My face hurt, bro.
It's tinted. Yo, my hat game's crazy. I actually, Simple, you might got me. You got
hats, bro. You got
Hey, bro, check that. That's corduroy right there.
Roy going up.
Oh, where's that? Oh, it is. Yeah, yeah. All y'all people on the bottom and you fucking suck. Try corduroy and feel different when you're coming up.
All right, go, man. We'll talk all night and cut up, bro. We appreciate it very much.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Any last words? I'm gonna give a little outro, but any y'all want, some last words to the people? Let the people know anything, whatever it is. Yeah, y'all go one by one. Go ahead, Target. You look.
If you haven't already, Steven Rogers videos on Simple Man's page. Go check that out. Drop a comment if you haven't already, and if you already dropped a comment, go drop another one. Go argue with people in the comments. If they call us whack, go fight them.
Engage.
Yeah,
Simple Man.
That's it, man. Hey, we're gonna keep Hey, we're gonna keep moving and keep dropping things with Traylormade, dog. Just because this album's out, we got other stuff on the way. We got other artists, so continue to look for rollouts and continue to look for stories with links and projects we're sharing throughout the year. Also, I will say this at the end: if you want to see me and Target live, probably the closest show will be the Redneck Rave this year. We are doing that. And then in August, I'm getting on the road with Dirty and Frank Thompson. I still have to lock in some dates, but I may be out on the road sometime in August, and we are doing the Redneck Rave June 17th. What is it, Target?
June 18th through the 21st in West Virginia. Redneck Rave. Get your tickets at redneckrave.com. Tell your dad, tell your mom. I nailed it. Boom.
Fire. Hey, man, so I just want to say, I want to give a thanks to Hard Target and Simple Man. Real recognize real. And I feel like today, y'all showed everybody why this is bigger than music. We got into the crevice of what that means, following, engaging with the people who are here, who are supporting you in the now, not into the future, not even in the past. You know what I'm saying? And it's the heart behind the bars, I would say, man. It's the heart behind the bars that just makes everything hit different. When there's genuine fellas working on themselves through music, trying to, progress as men. We're leaders in this world. We're alphas in this world. We got families. We got kids, man. We got a bunch of people who are out here waiting on us to put out some music. But not only that, they depending on y'all to give direction. Some people really tune into the music that deeply where it's like, you know what I'm saying? They can learn through music. So I appreciate y'all for pulling up. I appreciate everybody in the chat for pulling up. You guys are transparent today, I would say, being yourselves, of course, and just showing the goatee community, a lot of love, man. They appreciate y'all, man. They've been bigging y'all up hard. And honestly, I've been taking over the lives, man, if I'm being honest. So if y'all ain't tapped in, whoever ain't tapped in with them, fix that. Run up the numbers, show support, get in the comment section, spread the word. Ain't nothing stronger than word of mouth to this day, man. It's been the proven word of communication. Let's keep that going. But until next time, stay blessed, stay worthy, and stay dangerous for all the right reasons. And remember, the word says, I think it was John chapter 8, verse 32, the truth will set you free. Stay real, man. Stay real.
God bless y'all. Y'all be good. Thank you again, Go.
Peace out, Go.